Okay, so we have a Monday puzzle, and I'd like to shout out to Sigma for his very kind remarks on the Wednesday and Saturday grids that we played. It's good to hear from him, and I've also been looking around on his channel, and it's very interesting. He's got a very cool set of playlists, a lot of good taste in things. So I guess it goes to show that when you have good taste, you tend to attract people who have good taste. So with that, we are going to be looking at an Austrian wine today, or ein Wein von Österreich. So a wine from Austria. And this one is called 13 Winter Krems, or in its actual language, 13 Winzer Krems. And you'll notice on the bottle here, it says Sandgrube 13. And I'm a native English speaker, but I was raised with German in the house. I think that means sandpit number 13. But regardless, this was there's absolutely no sediment or gas at all whatsoever. Very, very deep ruby red, and very clean and floral, aromatic nose. I think it's definitely cassis and some red apple, but there's for sure a heavy undertone of leather and I mean, if not tobacco and vanilla, maybe together. Tobacco and vanilla I get sometimes. I might switch one for the other in my vocabulary, but this is very distinctly the soft aromatics of vanilla, and then the slightly harsher tobacco and leather, but it's just a real joy on the nose. Higher on the tannins, so this would be a great dry wine for eating steak. I would say it's probably 60-70 tannins, and then the remainder 40-30 acid. Very well balanced, and just like I said, just a symphony on the nose, and with ein bisschen Diskretion. It's a little bit of discretion, a lovely 1 or 2 act on the palate. So I say, why not? But again, big shout out to Sigma and everybody else who sends notes and leaves comments. It's always good to hear from you. We've got a Monday, March 4th, Common Era of 2024 grid today. We are going to be working a crossword by Samantha Podos Novak, and of course edited by the amazing Will Shorts. One of these days in my life, I'd like to meet him. Anyway, so enough of this. Let's go ahead and jump into this grid. What have we got here today? Okay, well, we have a certain figure made in skating. I'm just going to go with an 8 because it seems like that's probably what it's going to be. Should we just do the crosses today and see how far we get? That can be challenging, even on a Monday. Maybe we'll do that next Monday. We could do it today, but right now I'm just eating up time. So let's get over here to 6 across. Closes. Oh, wow. Sells, shuts, don't know yet. Let's see what we got. Lawyers, org, ABA. Okay, now we got enough at least here to, let's go back over and start seeing what we can do on the crosses, and if not, the downs. So diving gear, I do believe this is self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Look, it's the end of my day here. I'm allowed to be tongue-tied and twisted, just an earthbound misfit. Grannies. Okay, minor hold up. Okay, I'm going to call this a snag, and I'm going to call this Nana's. Nanas. Grannies and Nanas. I don't know, but I'm usually pretty comfortable and confident with that one. So closes, what do you got here? Headwear in a cafeteria kitchen. I'm guessing this is a hairnet. And so I figure It's not going to be sells, which, a couple of meanings there. But closes, I'm going to say shuts for the time being. And I can't think of anything else it could be. Open as classified records would be to unseal. And add up is going to be tally, I think. And just real quick, opposite of north-northwest, I think is south-southeast. But I do like the way that sounds when it's done in the British vernacular. South-southeast, aye, north-northwest, So we have here plain passenger's preference, perhaps, an aisle seat. And moving on up now, playing off of our American Bar Association. Yes, Captain, okay. We're going to keep it in nautical theme. Aye, aye. Chemistry lab containers a beaker. I got a C in biochemistry in undergraduate. Didn't hold me back. It comes from the heart. You're out. You're out. Y-E-R. Ump's call. It comes from the heart. That's an artery, maybe? I was looking for something a little bit more, meaningful there. Kind of bored in a nail station would be an emery board. Speaking of, it is time for my weekly manicure. Garlicky shrimp dish might be a scampi. Might be skimpy. And a skeptical sorts could be a naysayer. Opposite of buys, sells. Okay, well, that would have been awkward to have that up there at 6 across. Yodeler's Mountain is an Alp, and we only live about an hour or so from the beginning of the Alps. Seem to be. I'm going to go with appear. Will it fit? Yes, it does. C35 across, with 37 across some ice cream confections, or a hint to the 2nd, 5th, 11th, and 14th rows of this puzzle. Okay. Let's see. Well, this looks like splits, doesn't it? Tiny drink. I'm going to go with a sip. So I think we got splits here. I don't know. I'm not even going to check them because it's a Monday. Is this banana? Don't know for sure. I imagine it is. I mean, it's ice cream confection. Moby Dick's Pursuer. Ahab. Again, going back to that Melville. Beachside Hut is a cabana. And, I'm getting my fingers all ahead of myself here. So then we have what? Loops in on an email would be to carbon copy with the S for action. Took a load off. Sat. Cereal in a party mix. I guess that's checks. So, yuck. Letter after alpha. Beta. And cloud in outer space would be nebula. I guess clouds in outer space would be nebulae. And I feel confident now we can say this is banana splits. So this gives us something to work with, but honestly, we haven't really needed it now. ID's, id's counterpart would be an ego, okay? Watch those things. Yeah, id versus ID, it can hang you up. Horrible Viking of comics would be Hagar. They always quote things from Hagar, BC, like the comic sound of Zot, stuff like this. Sentry stop right there, halt. Or in German, halten. In the manner of Allah. Allah. Scottish Highlanders, going to be a gill. And 1998 Winter Olympics host is Nagano. And now we have a mutt is a mongrel. Might as well just go back and correct my fat fingering there. Tell me this is a talon. Raptor's claw. Yes, it's a talon. So let's just keep it on the side. Disinfectant brand. Well, it's probably Lysol. Let's see. Night school class is English as a second language. So ESL. And I'm just going to go ahead and just put Lysol in there and quit worrying about it. No point worrying about it at this point. Jordanian port city. I've been there. That's Aqaba, I do believe. Or is it Aqaba? Takes advantage of badly. Okay, so it's abuses, I think. I do believe it's a kava. Help. Just outside a city would be suburban. And you can tell it's been a long day for me. I can't even get the simple ones there. So help, I think maybe assist. Maybe. Recited as a line of poetry. Quoted. Now what is this? Gridiron scores. Yes, gridiron scores are touchdowns. Gridirons are football fields. We have understand. I see, I understand. And you both swiped right on Tinder. I honestly have no idea. Film franchise that includes the Avengers, Thor, and Iron Man. In brief, we were just talking about this, me and Shotzi the other day. We're talking about the Marvel Comics universe. I'm thinking about actually watching them all because the only ones I've seen are Iron Man, maybe a couple of them. I'm woefully tardy at that class. Real Gem puts up with, I don't know what the Tinder thing is. Like residents of Havana, Cuban. I don't have a problem with Tinder. It's just I don't have a use for it, so therefore I don't know anything about it. In blank, not yet born, and that would be in utero. So what do we have here? Well, I'll pass. So that's probably either going to be no, or no. So I feel pretty confident with the you here, but not here. So let's go ahead. Might as well finish this up here. They don't lie, per Shakira. And I don't remember those are hips or lips, so we'll leave those alone. Small vehicle on a railroad track is a hand car, so I guess hips don't lie. And is this a vape or something? No, thank goodness, no vaping today. We have part of a superhero's costume is a cape. And no way, can't be. And I'm assuming you both swiped right on Tinder it's a match. Which would make Real Gem a beaut. Oh yeah, she's a real beaut there, Clark. Puts up with, endures. Okay, cool. Not digital as a clock would be analog. My favorites. I mean, I'm all about analog tradition. I really am. But I don't want to pencil this into actual printed paper. I'd rather save the tree. A dawdle. I don't know. Lag, maybe. Let's see. Gimlet or screwdriver. Well, they're both clear liquor cocktails. A gimlet with gin and screwdriver with vodka, typically. So I guess there's going to be tools. Farm storage building, I'm thinking is a silo. And what do we have here? Coke or Pepsi is a cola. And many a Vegas establishment, well, if it's not wedding venues, there's probably casinos, right? Or waffle houses. Country on the south side of Mount Everest, and that is Nepal. And let's see, ship that sailed with the Nina and the Santa Maria, and this is the Pinta. And they sailed with Columbus. Diarist Nin is Anais. And we go for the long one here. Runs with long bounding strides. I think this is Lopes. Without even checking, I can see on the down for it's to nap, tie, and that makes whatever 61 down is an ass. Yeah, so kick ass. Let's see. So let me not have fat fingered this thing. How did we do, Bob? Okay, so again, if you get a chance to, and if your wine carrier actually has it in stock or they'll order it for you, try the 13 Winzer Krems auf Sandgrube 13. Again, it's a Blauer Zweigelt, and it's an Austrian wine, and it's absolutely fabulous. So 13 winter creams, roughly translated, from Sandpit 13. And that Sandpit might be the reason for such exquisite old world minerality here. I mean, it's just something that's so hard to replicate in the new world wines unless they've been aged in concrete, cement. Seems like sometimes I get a bit of it with the stainless steel aging, and you get a lot of that stainless steel aging over here too, by the way, in Europe. But there's still a minerality in the soil. And even though minerality is still often debated between scientists and we said, wine masters, the idea at the end of the day is it's there. You can taste it. And that's just my opinion, but my opinion is correct. So what do we say? Hey, as always, right? Remember, learn it in every language that you possibly can, right? Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir. That's German and French. Now let's go down to the Italian. Arrivederci. Spanish, adios. Hawaiian, aloha. All over Europe, really, and in most of the hippest parts of the United States and beyond. Ciao. Shalom. Masalamati. So, of course, we got this Hebrew. We got Arabic, right? And Annyeonghi Aseo, which is Korean, and one of my favorite languages in the world. See you next time. Be well out there, and we'll catch you on the other side. Maybe I'll be so lucky as to have Shotzi in here with me tomorrow. All right. Peace out. Take care.